Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new episode of Niche. My name is E-Rose and today we embark on a whole new adventure. We are going to go ahead and attempt the Dice Challenge. And don't you worry, for those of you who are watching my Warrior Bat series, who is also in Niche, that series will still be continuing, so don't you worry, your little hearts. But we're going to go ahead and start a new challenge today. And I got inspiration from this challenge from the Niche forums, which I will go ahead and link down in the description below. And it was called the Lucky Challenge, where this person used numbers and like dice to go ahead and kind of like randomize how their nichelings were going to be. So on the right hand corner of my screen, you guys can see that I do have dice. Look at that. I can spin my dice around. Gonna spin my dice. So this is going to help us go ahead and randomize our tribe and our nichelings. So I'm excited to go ahead and get started. So first things first, we are going to go ahead and go into Sandbox Mode and customize all the things. All the things are going to be customized. So for baby age duration, we're going to go ahead and customize that. I'm going to set my dice to 3 and we will see what we will end up with. So 1 day as a baby, and then as a child, how many days? 1 as well. As a teenager, actually I should probably up the dice a little bit. Let me go ahead and set my dice to 6 and we'll try as a teenager now, and still 3. The dice has spoken. The dice has spoken. So this is going to be might be a little bit rough around the edges because I'm still trying to figure out what we're going to do. So some things may change. We may keep some things. I may add some things. But the most important thing is we're just going to have a lot of fun playing Niche together and randomizing stuff. For adult age, for days, let me go ahead and set the dice to 30. And let's see what we get with that. So 22, okay, that's a fair age. And then for adult age, let's go ahead and set the dice to 30 and see what we get. And 18, all right. So 18 days as an adult. So it's a little bit shorter than average or normal. So hopefully we'll be okay at doing so. For pregnancy duration, I'm gonna leave it the same as it normally is for now because my brain can't handle it. But maybe in the future we'll go ahead and change it up. But for now, we're gonna leave pregnancy 1 day. Just, I need this right now, guys. I just need it, okay? And then for damage and healing multipliers, we're gonna set the dice to 3, so anywhere from 1 to 3. Since I'm not entirely sure how they kind of work yet, I'll have to play around with them more. But for now, we will have 1 to 3. And for enemy damage is 2. So hunger damage is going to be 2 as well. And then environment damage is going to be 1, and then healing is going to be 2. So that is what we're working with for this page. And then let's go ahead and name this setting. I guess we'll name it dice. And then for gene settings, oh, we have nut and bark. Oh, how perfect is that? So let me go ahead and let's see. I think you can have 9 nichelings to start off with. Should we roll the dice to see how many nichelings we should start off with in our tribe? Let's try that. Let's see what happens. So I'll set my dice to 9. So anywhere from 1 to 9 is how many nichelings we're going to be starting off with. So 3. So we're going to be starting off with 3 nichelings. So we'll have nut, bark, and then another nicheling, I guess we'll have shadow. And for these nichelings, we are going to go ahead and randomize all of their things. I'm going to put every single thing at question mark. So that means the game will go ahead and choose for me. So we might not have high fertility. We won't know the immunities. We just won't even know. And then let's see, for minimum age start, should we do like 0 to 10 or something? So it's like totally random what we get. Oh, should we do that? Should we? Or should we roll for it? Let's roll for minimum age start for shadow, so 3. And then for max age start will be 1. That's not gonna work. It has to be at least 3. Let's try again. 3. All right, we'll leave it at that for now for shadow. And then so we're gonna have 2 boys. Should we roll for a girl or a boy for shadow? Let's go ahead and roll for shadow. So let me set my dice to 2. And then 1 will be female and 2 will be male for Shadow. So we will have a female. So let's go ahead and set that. All right. So then for Nut, let's go ahead and change everything to a question mark because we won't even know. We aren't even gonna know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be random. And I think we're also gonna play in blind gene mode too, so we won't even know what they have. And then I'm going to remove all the forbidden genes because we are allowed to have whatever we want. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be amazing. And then let's go ahead and roll for Nut. 1 is female and 2 is male. So we will have 2. So we will have male. Or should I do them random? Ooh, I wonder. You know what? Let's just do them random. I think that'll be fun, right? Right? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And then a minimum age start. Let me go ahead and set my dice. So minimum age is going to be 2. And then we'll also have, has to be a higher number than 2. No, we can't do 1. We will do 4. So max age is 4. And then for Bark, let's go ahead and randomize his gender. And then minimum age will be 2. And then max age will be 4. Alright, so we're going to have some pretty young nichlings to start off with right off the bat. And then we will remove all of these forbidden genes because we're allowed to have anything that we want. There we go. And let's set all these to random. This is going to be so fun, guys. We're not even going to know what's going on. It's going to be great. I'm so excited. Okay, so there we go. So these are random. So we know we at least have 1 female and then these 2 will be random. And then for gameplay settings, so how many food are we going to start off with? I'm going to set my dice to 100. And anywhere from 1 to 100 will be how much food we start off with. So let's go ahead and roll now to see. So we're going to start with 58 food and it goes by 5. So I'm going to set it to 60. And then for nesting material, anywhere from 1 to 100, we will have 74 nesting material, which we'll set to 75 because it goes by 5s. And then tribe size limit. We will have a tribe size limit, but we're going to do that per generation because we're going to have a leader. At any given time, we'll have 1 leader, and that leader will set how many nichlings can be in their tribe. So we'll do that in game. And then blind gene mode, yes. And unlock all genes, yes. We're doing it. And then for world settings, I'm not sure if we're going to roll for this. Maybe we will roll for these in the future and see what we get. But for now, I think we're just going to leave everything in. And then maybe if we play another generation, we will go ahead and change that up a little bit. Alright, so those are our settings for the dice. And then now we're going to go ahead and roll for which island. So there are 4 islands. There are easy, medium, hard, and killer islands. So let's go ahead and set my dice to 4. And we are going to get 3 hard island. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. We're going to die. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 choices. So let's go ahead and set my dice to 6. And we will have 2, the crossing. We're going to start off with the crossing, hard island. This is going to be crazy. We're all going to die. We're all going to die. Everybody's going to die. Are you excited to die? And here we are. Here are 3 starter nichlings. Oh my goodness gracious. They're really, really cute. And they're really young. Oh no, they're teenagers. They have 19 days left of their life. So Bark is a male. Shadow is female and Nut is also female. So we have 2 females here. And we cannot see their genes. We don't know who is going to be good immunities with who's going to make a good mate. We are just going to have to try and see what happens. So this is going to be really, really exciting. And we're also going to get to set their mutations too by rolling. But we'll do that a little bit later when they're a little bit older and ready to have babies of their own. But this is going to be so much fun, guys. So what we're going to do now is we're going to roll for the leader. So we are going to set Nut as 1, Shadow as 2, and Bark as 3. And then we are going to roll the dice to see who will be our leader of the tribe. So the leader, it will be Nut, our blind little leader. She will be now Alpha. And as leader, she gets to do a couple of things. So she is going to pick for us how many tribelings we're allowed to have. So I'm going to set the dice to 20. So anywhere from 1 to 20 is how many Nichlings we're allowed to have in our tribe. Well, Nut is alive and currently the leader. So let's go ahead and roll for that and see what we get. And we are allowed to have 11 Nichlings. Alright, so 11 Nichlings are allowed to stay in this tribe as long as Nut is the leader. Let me go ahead and write that down so I remember. So 11. And then it looks like we have 3... Ooh, oh no. There we go. It looks like we have 3 choices for islands. So we have this island here, which will be 1. This island in the middle, which will be 2. And this island with a bunch of bones on it will be 3. So as leader, Nut is going to decide which island we're going to. So let's go ahead and roll the dice. And see, we will go to island number 1, which will be this island. So when we are ready to leave this island, we will have to go to this island. Even if Nut dies and we choose a new leader, that is set in stone. We are going to this island no matter what when we need to leave or when we want to leave. So that is going to be very, very interesting to see. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So we have a bunch of teenagers here. And Nut is going to make the first move and just start clearing up some of the grasses. Shadow, why don't you go ahead and hop up here to see what we can find. And then Bark, you can also go ahead and come up here. So he is our only male to start off with, so that will be interesting to see. Oh, and it looks like he is now an adult. So Bark is now a little bit older than everybody else. So that is good to know. He will go ahead and scout out to see what we can find. And I see there's a berry bush right there. And anything else we can see? No, not yet. We do see some roots though. So that is interesting. So let's go ahead and see if we can get close to that berry bush. And then Nut, why don't you try to get a little bit closer as well? And oh, it looks like little Shadow is now old enough, is now an adult too. And little Nut, who is the chosen leader, is the youngest member of this tribe of 3 right now. So that is pretty interesting. It doesn't look like Shadow can actually get any of the berries. So that is sad. I wonder if we should move Shadow to the water because it looks like Shadow has like a webbed hand and also like some gills. So maybe she can catch some fish for us. Oh, there's a mole. Can you get moles? No. Alright, let's go ahead and move Shadow down here. So yeah, so there are some fish over there, so hopefully Shadow can get some food for us that way. And then Bark, looks like you also have like a broken paw and then a fishing paw too. So I wonder if I should move you 2 down here. And then Nut, let's go ahead and have you clear that off. Alright, so hopefully Nut will be an adult soon. Yeah, she's an adult now. So she can start having babies of her own. Oh gosh, she can't see anything though. Oh no. Okay, so let's go ahead and have Bark come back up here. Because she's gonna need some assistance because she is blind as a bat. And she needs some help. So she can go ahead and collect these berries. So she is able to collect berries, which is nice. Oh my goodness, Bark, you're gonna have... Oh, there's a nest right there too. So that is good to know. And then little Shadow... Wait, you can't even get fish though? But you have a swimmer hand. Oh, you were able to get some though. Okay. So I guess that's a thing. And there's some clams there. I wonder if you'll be able to get those. Alright. And it looks like we can now have babies with Nut and somebody else. So we have 2 males. Or no, we only have 1 male in our tribe. So Bark and Nut, I guess, will be the only option of having children. So let's go ahead and mate with them. Hopefully they're not infertile. Oh gosh, there is a chance that they both could be infertile because we have no idea. And there is a chance that their immunities will not be good together. So let's go ahead and hop Nut in the nest right now and breed. Okay, so they are fertile. they were able to have babies. So that is good to know. And I wonder if we should have Bark come down here and have a baby with Shadow too. And have 2 babies. Maybe. We'll see. Let's go ahead and move you. Practice your fishing. And then you can hop up here. And maybe you two can try for a baby as well. Oh my. Oh my. And then poor little blind Nut is up here. She is about to have her very first baby. But before we do that, we have to set their mutations. So let's go ahead and do Bark first. And for their mutations, I'll put a thing on the screen now of kind of like my cheat sheet of what I'm using. So there are actually 8 rows of mutations right here, and each row has 14 except for the last row that has 9. So right now I'm going to set my dice to 8, and let's go ahead and roll to see what row we are going to be working with. So we are going to be working with the last row, which starts with pattern density very thin, and that one has 9. So let's go ahead and set the dice to 9, and we will have number 3, which will be pattern density medium. So that is what Bark has chosen as his first mutation. And then for his second mutation, we're going to have row number 3, which starts with toxic body. And then in that row, my dice only goes up to, I have a dice option between 13 and 18. So we're going to set it to 18 for these. And then if I get 15, 16, or 18, it's going to be free choice for me. But I have to pick a mutation that is in the row that we picked. So I think that's pretty fair. All right, so now we are on 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Digging Paw. So that is what Bark has chosen for his mutations. So let's go ahead and set Nut's mutations now to see what she wants to go ahead and bring into the tribe for her future offspring. So we are working with row number 1. And in that row, we are going to pick number 2. Oh, we're going to have cute little round ears maybe. That's awesome. And then for her second mutation, we are going to go ahead and get row number 7, which will be the row that starts with big pattern. And then we will go ahead and set to 18 and number 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Infertile! You want your children to be infertile? Nut, are you crazy? You are a crazy nut, aren't you? You are a nut. You really are. Oh my gosh. And since Nut is actually the leader, I should probably set her gems to like a different color. Let's see. Maybe to that. I think that's pink. I like pink. We'll set her gems to pink for now since she is the leader. Oh my gosh, Nut, you a crazy girl. You are so crazy. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's go ahead and see what our first child is going to look like. And we have a platypus with really cute round ears, whose name is Fluffy, and it is a little female. So welcome, Fluffy. I see that you do have the webbed leg, and it looks like you have velvet paw too. So at least you have another leg that works. And it looks like you can actually pop out of the nest right away. So that is good to know. And at least Nut now has a nicheling over here to hang out with because she's completely blind and kind of needs help with that. All right. Oh my goodness gracious. And then I do want to try for a baby with Shadow and Bark, but let's go ahead and wait just a minute. I want to try to get some more food around here. We're trying to get fish, but it's kind of hard. Let's see. Weren't there like some clams down here? Let's see. There's fish here. Can you get any? No, they're not really good fishers. They have the web like paw, but they're not really good fishers at all, are they? So that is kind of disappointing. All right, so let's go ahead and do the next day. And it looks like they grow up very, very fast. So Fluffy is already a teenager. So now Fluffy can do a little bit more to help. So you can go ahead and help your mom collect up these berries. So at least we're getting food that way. And it is raining, so that is nice to see. So what should we do? Let's go ahead and move you over here. And we will try to have a baby with these two. And see what happens. Alright, so they are fertile. So that is good to know. And we do have quite a few nesting material. I wonder if we should try to have your baby right there. I kind of want to try to get this. But we're not really good at fighting. So we weren't able to get that. No. Alright, let's go ahead and set your nest down here. And let's go ahead and roll for Shadow's mutations to see where we are going to be working with her. So we're going to be working with row number 4, which starts with beige fur. And then in that row, we are going to be working with number 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, black fur. And then for her second mutation, she is going to pick row number 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which starts with blue eyes. And in that row, we are going to go ahead and choose 17, which is free choice because it only goes up to 14. So I can choose anything in this row. Anything that I want. So what would I want to do? So I can choose their eye color. I can do peacock tail, or swimming tail, or fishing tail, medium tail, scorpion tail, stinky tail, tail fin. Maybe I'll go ahead and play around with their hind legs. Let's go ahead and do ballerina hind legs. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm excited to see if we have a nichling born with some ballerina hind legs. Oh, that would be so cool to see. So let's go ahead and see what Shadow and Bark's baby is going to be together. And we are going to have a little baby boy. Oh my goodness, look at you, Mist. Oh, you look so cool. Look at you, and I think you have gills. I think that's what it looks like you have. So you have little gills there, so that is nice to see. So maybe you'll be a little bit better at fishing for us. Let's go ahead and pop you out of the nest for now and see what's going on over here. You can go ahead and collect the berries right this way. And then Fluffy, why don't you help your mom start clearing out some of this area? And then for you guys, let's see, should we try for another baby? Remember, we can only have 11 nichlings in our tribe at any given time. And that only means the adults. So if we have babies, if we have over 11, they can stay as long as until they get their second gem, which will be like only 1 day for this tribe. But once they get 3 gems, they're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to kick somebody out ASAP. So that's how it's gonna work. But children can stay until they get 3 gems, and then they gots to go. They got to go. They gotta go. All right. So since these two are pretty useless at fishing, I guess I'll have them kind of like search out this island. Oh yeah, perfect. We found another berry bush, but they aren't really able to get berries, are they? They're pretty useless. Very, very useless. Hopefully Mist is going to be okay by himself, but I guess we'll have to see that. And I really, really love the way Fluffy is looking. He looks so cool. And the next day, the rain has stopped. Oh my. So this is a very, very exciting first episode of the Dice Challenge. I'm very excited to see what happens with these nichlings. If we're able to survive, if this blind leader here is going to be able to lead her tribe successfully, and who will be the next leader? And what will their children have for their mutations? Oh my gosh. It's gonna be totally like random, and I'm so excited to see. But this is our little island that we're working with. Soon we will go to this island once we're ready. But yeah, guys, so very first episode of the Dice Challenge. Please do let me know what you guys think about it down in the comment section below. And I will see you guys in another episode as we continue on our adventures. Bye, guys!